Here's myths about cats, dogs, and guinea pigs. One myth about dogs is that all dogs like water. That is a myth because while some dogs do like water, like labs and other things, and type of dogs, not all dogs like water. And the reason for this, it goes the same with cats. That their coat gets wet and they clean themselves. And if you don't dry them off properly, or if they jump in your bathtub or fall in your pool, and you don't know, if you don't dry them off, then they get cold, especially at nighttime. And some dogs just don't like water at all, because they're either not used to it. And if you had a dog that has been abused by somebody before, maybe the person hurt them with water, like held their face underwater or put the water too high up, and every time they tried to jump out, hit them or something. There's multiple reasons to why dogs do not like water, but it is a myth that all dogs do. Myth about guinea pigs. There's actually two myths to this. Guinea pigs can live alone and guinea pigs can live in small spaces. That is not true. Like some animals, you can put them in by themselves. Like hamsters. Hamsters are very territorial animals. So they don't really need another person. While guinea pigs can be territorial, they still need a partner. And they cannot be in small spaces. This cage is not the biggest cage in the world, but it's big enough. So if you're going to go ahead in the comments and say that this cage is small, you can go ahead. But animals should not be living better than humans. Anyways. Guinea pigs cannot live in small spaces. Imagine being trapped in a room for the rest of your life, and especially if you don't give them floor time, for the rest of your life, it would suck, even if you had another partner. And there's another mistake that guinea pigs owners make. Some people put their guinea pigs in small cages with 2 guinea pigs, but they still need a bigger space, especially if it's 2. Another bad thing is when you put your guinea pig alone. Even if your guinea pig's alone in a tiny cage or a big cage, it don't matter. It don't make nothing. Some people, when they first move out of their parents' home, they have a big house, but they're alone. They still don't like it. So even if you do give your guinea pig a big home and they're still alone, it don't make any difference. And especially, imagine being trapped in a room by yourself for the rest of your life. Now, if you give them floor time, it still does not make a difference. Unless they spend most of their time out of all day and floor time, I guess. But you still don't need to have a small cage. So imagine if you were trapped in your room and you only got to go out into your whole house for a little bit and you had to come back into the small cage. It's also because sometimes when people give their guinea pigs floor time, they don't always get the biggest playpen or floor time in the world. The biggest space. A myth about cats. Cats hate water. Yes, I know, it's sort of the same thing as dogs, but just like dogs, some dogs can hate water and like water. But most people just say that cats hate water. There's multiple reasons to this. Some of them can be because of an abuser, like I explained to y'all earlier. But the main reason is because sometimes cats can't swim, their coat gets really heavy, and they get cold, and their coat gets heavy, and it's wet. You know how when you first get out of the shower and you don't dry yourself off, you get wet, you get cold? Well, it's a little bit worse for cats. They might have fur, but that's the bad thing. when they get into the water, because you can't dry them off as easily. As all the water gets trapped into their fur, they don't always soak it up though. It stays in their fur, touching their skin. So that's why if you ever give your pet a bath, do it if they really need it, and dry them off really good. And this ain't a myth, but a lot of people say it, that cats are lazy. But the truth is that they just think that because cats sleep a lot and they just sit around sometimes. But if they actually got a cat, bless you kitty, if they actually got a cat, they would see that they can be way more lovable and playful than dogs. And some of the reason why cats are lazy is because they hunt a lot. Now, cats play, they have their own toys and their own ways of playing. And they do sleep a lot, but they can still be very active and affectionate, even though cats are independent. So if you do not have the right to say that cats are lazy, you can say it, but I will not believe it, because Kitty and all other cats in the world are very lovable, way more lovable than dogs. Even dogs sleep a lot. I had an old dog. Yes, she was playful, and I'm not saying anything bad about her. She did pass away from cancer when she was 3. It's sad. She's been gone for 3 years now, and she will be 5. Now, make it 4 years. But she slept a lot, too. She was playful, but she still did sleep. Every animal sleeps, and every animal has their time to play and when they want to. Cats can be just as playful and lovable as dogs. I really love Kitty. I won't change anything about her, even though she is lazy sometimes. I still love Kitty. But when cats want their own space, you better give them their own space. So, thanks for watching this video. Thank you for giving me love and support. And if you like the channel, or if you want to, you can subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell for new videos. Bye. Stay safe. And your pet.